Yes, good morning, Upwork. It's been a while I've been thinking about doing a video on Upwork, and I didn't make the video just for the connects. I do have a thing for online currencies. It's probably it's from back in the day when I played a lot of World of Warcraft. And yeah, so my name is Dwayne Markland. I am currently in Jamaica. I am 40 years old. Um, yes, I am. I go to a Sabbath church. It's a Church of God denomination. I'm 40 years old. I've been working in the software development industry for like what, 20 years, over 20 years. Ever since leaving high school, pretty much sent myself to university while working at the same time. I worked for a lot of Sage dealers, primarily Sage dealers over the years. Um, you know, Working with ERP systems, Sage 300, Sage Intact, Sage CRM. I've looked at Acumatica and some other systems along the way, Peachtree, QuickBooks. Um, yes, it is. It's not every day it's not every day I talk to the camera with no one on the on the other side. Um, yes, so my experience with in these different Sage softwares and sometimes third party, I have done standalone custom solutions, whether it's HR, payroll, commission, landed cost, custom integration. Sometimes they are third party, or sometimes they're embedded in the Sage platform. So I would, whether it's a web system, I would have to write it in JavaScript or whatever web format that they support, or it might be a .NET application or Java or whatever language I need to write it in to get the solution in there. I've worked with a number of databases: Microsoft SQL, MySQL, Postgres, Pervasive, MySQL, Oracle, reporting tools, Crystals, DevExpress, SQL integration services, reporting services, SQL agents, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff I have done with integrations. The common thing that happens is, for example, the customer might want a bank integration, something to help them automate their bank reconciliation. The bank doesn't have an automated bank feed that feeds their ERP system, and I would write a bank recon tool that would be embedded, let's say, in Sage Intact, and it would download the information from the bank's website, all the bank accounts, all the bank transactions, all of that movement of transactions, and based on the customer's rules of bank reconciliation, whether they're going to match by the name or they have a certain amounts and so on, I've developed tools like that, commission tools, payroll tools, landed cost tools. Yes, and what I'd say, I've done a lot of support work as well. So high risk business, high pressure business, especially payroll, construction, government contracts, real estate, retail, manufacturing, hospitality, medical. Yeah, I'd have to. Sometimes you can't even put all of this stuff on your resume. Yeah, so I thought it would be good for me to make an introductory video, so all my prospective customers would have an idea of the types of services I offer. I see myself as not just as a developer. I am a business analyst, so I definitely can speak to the accountant from pretty much any business. I can understand your business. I can speak in your language. If your business is that unique, it's not difficult for me to learn, what your process is. And my role here is really just to develop or devise the best solution, whether I need to create a solution from scratch or I can piggyback on another platform and just fill in the blanks of the features that it may not be providing, because everybody's business is different. You may be in bakery, but based on the scale of your bakery, or the type, or your audience, or your customer client base, how you operate internally might be different. You know, you may provide to schools, you may provide to universities, institutions, you may do deliveries. You know, that's what I've experienced over my time working in this field, is that everyone has a custom, their own workflow, how they do business. And that's why I'm here on Upwork, to see, to really aid any prospects and of my clients that need my input on the type of solutions, and I try not to put my clients into a box. I try to learn. I do my best to learn their business, and fit the solution in the client's box. So by doing it that way, there is less conflict, because it is something that they need. And oftentimes the client might not quite understand what they need. They know they have a problem, but they can't identify. They can't really, you know, speak to the developer in his terms. I need these screens, I need these forms, I need these rules, and you know, but oftentimes just being able to have a conversation in their language, and to convert that into a format that they can understand, so the customer doesn't get locked into buying something that only gives them 60%, 50% of what they want. Yes, so pretty much I pretty much love working in this space. This is the type of work I've been doing all my life. I have not found anything else interesting. Surprisingly, I enjoy solving people's problems in software development. Yes, so pretty much my resume is on Upwork, and yes, so please feel free to reach out, and I'll do my best to really tackle any issues you're having, and whether it's integration, reporting, a custom system that you may need. I have worked with many technologies, but if something new comes up, it's not difficult for me to learn a new platform. I'm pretty much open to those things, and it's always interesting. Thanks again for your time, and thanks for watching.